Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, my amazing subscribers and anybody who's watching. It is a beautiful day here. The snow came, it was about 3 inches. We're looking at about 28 degrees right now. It's really not bad, but I will tell you, I am tired of lugging 5-gallon buckets of water and having extension cords draped all over my trees to heat water. I don't mind the cold weather, it's just I like it when the chores are easier. So I'm sure I'm not alone, but you know, you do what you got to do to take care of your animals. It's just that the cord is, I don't know if you can see it, the cord is draped all the way across the yard. So like we had to take it down today to plow, so that way we could get down here easier. And I miss my hoses. But what we're going to do is let the girls out right now. And they're happy because the plowed paths already melted, so they have some places to walk around instead of just being snow. They were cooped up inside yesterday because we had a couple owls on the property, so I didn't let them out. But let's go do the pigs. All right, I came in to empty the pig water bucket. And give them new water. This feeder and water has been so great. And they're full. And the pigs are getting better. They're less skittish than they were. Right now I just startled them because they woke up from a nap. Well, Maggie did. Winston's still sleeping. But I'm glad I got their yard cleaned yesterday, because it's a lot cleaner. You funny piggies. You funny piggies. Oh, I know, you're still a little funky about it. It's getting warm though, we'll be able to come in. I tried to give them treats so they'd get comfortable with us coming in here, but it's not, they're not interested. They eat the treats when I leave. I tried marshmallows, they don't seem to be interested in that. Any ideas? I'm welcome to feedback. Comment down below. Forgot my basket, so I'm going to do pocket eggs. If you have chickens, you know what pocket eggs are, because you've done it before. And sometimes it's gone terribly wrong. All right, I'm going to clean the coop, and we'll be right back. All right, so all the chores are done, but I want to talk to you a little bit about winter care for your animals. Now, we live in a climate that has winter. We know that it can get very cold. So I'm not speaking for the folks who live in warm climates and just had that polar vortex come through. And, you know, a lot of them struggle to be prepared because there was such a drain on the resources that were needed, like water heaters. But I think this could help you as well. So we have a heated dog bowl that we use for the inside run that is here and full with fresh water all the time. So that way it doesn't freeze. Inside the coop, and this is kind of dirty right now because I'm going to take it in and rinse it out and clean it, but we have this, and on the inside, and I have struggled to get this bucket open, so bear with me. It's a heating element that goes in there that doesn't affect the plastic, and then we plug that in the coop. We kind of just keep it partway full of water, just because they say that chickens don't drink when they're in the coop. I find that mine do, and maybe it's because they've always had water in the coop. I don't know. We also, all year long, we let the chickens free feed. So we keep some feed in here, and you can see this is a really, really large feeder, but we don't fill it all. In fact, it's only the past couple of months that I've actually been adding to the inside. I used to just scoop it and put it on the outside because I didn't want the feed to go bad because they weren't eating a lot of it. So now what we do is we just fill it part of the way up once a week, and it usually lasts all week, but we don't want to waste feed, so we don't fill it all the way up because I don't want it to sit out here, and if it attracts a rodent or something, and then I have to throw it all away. So these guys free feed. The chickens also had a lot of bedding. They started off with about 6 inches. We made it up to about 8, and then it gets trampled down. In the winter time, when their poop freezes, quite honestly, what I do is rake it into a pile, and instead of doing the deep litter method, because it's not going to mix, it's just sharp chunks of frozen poop, I take it out and throw it. I put gloves on and I rake it up and put it in a muck bucket and throw it on our compost pile. That way, you know, the coop stays cleaner all winter, because the last thing I want to do is muck the entire coop out in the winter in the freezing cold. So we'll be able to do this in the spring when it's warm, and in the meanwhile it doesn't smell, it's clean. We do this all the time, and it works out really well for us. We also put in the coop for that really cold weather. I'm trying to show it to you. This was an open area before. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to move out here. I got to navigate chickens here. Hold on. Okay. So if you see that blue insulation board, that was an open area before, except where the board was by the light. This is the whole attic. This part here was open. So now what we did was we put insulation up. Before the winter hit, what we did was we made sure that the roof had no leaks, because we did have a couple of leaks after some weird heavy rain, but no other times. So we put some roofing tar on the roof, and that seemed to help that out. And then what we have in one of these boxes is we have a heater. And so it's in one of these boxes. They can't get to it. We blow the dust off of it every day, and we worry about fires. We're very conscious about that. Trust me, I don't want a heater in this coop. I don't want a heat lamp in this coop. But in those sub-zero temperatures, the girls were starting to get frostbite, and we needed to do that. And we would only run it when absolutely needed, and that was usually at night. And then I would come down here several times a night to check on it, and then pray for the rest of the night when we were asleep. Thankfully, we had no issue. But I think blowing the dust off of it helps to clean it up and make sure that it doesn't ignite, is our hope. It's in the middle of the box. It's got a metal wire in front of it, so we're hopeful. But thankfully, we're back to not using it at all. We normally don't use a heater at night, even when it gets cold. But when it dips below zero, that 15, 16, 20 below zero, we had to use something. Because Diesel and the chickens would not do well in the house together. Think you're being followed? Do you ever feel like you're being followed? My chickens stalk me. Here they all come. Hello, sweetie pie. Hello. Okay, and as for the pigs, we were overfeeding them in that sub-zero temperature. We would come out and put full scoops in here at least 3 times a day, if not more, and they ate what they need. So we kind of had them free feed in the really cold weather so that way they could get the energy they need. And we made sure they had a lot of straw and bedding. Now here's another water heater. This is a tank water heater. So it has feet on it and it floats. And I'm going to see if I can get closer. It's that metal ring that has feet on it. And so that's the extension cord. You see it comes up through here. And we have it hooked up to this extension cord that runs all the way up and around to the house, because that's the only outlet I have out here for the pigs. But we have that to make sure their water doesn't freeze. Like I said, they have tons of bedding. You've seen that before. I got the brooder stuff out of the barn and I'm going to wash that up. We've got a couple of feeders, 3 different types of, well, 2 feeders of one type, one of another, and then we have this poultry drinker and they get kind of dusty, so I'm going to wash them out and get them ready for the brooder. If you watched our last video, we got it all ready. All right, so that's my winter tips. That's what we got for you today, folks. No projects today, so just trying to come up with some things to do to show you. Figured it would be nice for you guys to see the animals. But it's a nice, relaxing day here, thankfully. Work tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And again, thanks to everybody who subscribed. You guys are awesome. We love you. Take care. Bye-bye.